morning. This is Courtney Scott with KnowledgeWell Media. It is November the 4th of 2016, and there is, of course, no shortage of news. I don't know if you've caught it or not, if you're staying aware or staying tuned into media, but they actually issued a terrorist attack warning or alert for 3 different states in the U.S. I am here at the Zero Hedge article. The title, U.S. warns of possible al-Qaeda terrorist attack on Monday, targeting New York, Texas, and Virginia. This Monday would be in the future from today, which would, I believe, be the 7th of November 2016. So I'll read a little bit of the article. In a presidential election campaign that has had virtually every possible surprise, only one thing was missing: a terrorist attack. Alas, even that may be on the horizon because, as CBS News reported moments ago, the news station has learned about a potential terror threat for the day before the election. Sources say U.S. intelligence has alerted joint terrorism task forces that al-Qaeda could be planning attacks in 3 states for Monday. CBS adds that it is believed that New York, Texas, and Virginia are all possible targets, though no specific locations are mentioned. A senior FBI official told CBS News the counterterrorism and homeland security communities remain vigilant and well postured to defend against attacks here in the United States. The FBI, working with our federal, state, and local counterparts, shares and assesses intelligence on a daily basis and will continue to work closely with law enforcement and intelligence community partners to identify and disrupt any potential threat to public safety. Goes on to say, during holiday seasons and when big events are approaching, intelligence about potential threats always increase. Now, I'm not going to read any more of that because I think it's just going into more propaganda and kind of trying to smooth off, if you will, the edges of threat. But we know that so many things have been happening behind the scenes, and even the election to date, there's many claims out there saying that the election is being rigged. A lot of the machines are malfunctioning. We have people's votes being changed. They voted straight ticket Republican and then come to find out that their choices have been changed over to Democratic straight ticket. I just thought that this article should be discussed and brought to your attention because we know that there's lots of things behind. There's always something behind what they put up in the main articles and mainstream news. Now, why isn't anybody mentioning the irony of the fact that this is the day or the eve of the election process in the United States? That is something that should have raised red flags. Why, after all of this time, all of a sudden now it's al-Qaeda coming forward? And there's lots of evidences to show that the United States has been funding, as far as the campaign that is now in office, has been funding al-Qaeda, ISIS, and all kinds of operatives to do their bidding and their will overseas and over in the Middle East. But now we have a resurgence of now al-Qaeda and threatening to do damage here to us on U.S. soil just a day before the election. What are the chances? I wanted to put this out to raise the alert level for you. It doesn't matter if it's a false flag or not. They still will pull things, and some people may get hurt. And other than that, it's just to cause fear in the United States. That's terror. That's what they're looking to strike in the hearts of the people. So, we just have to be alert. We have to pay attention to the warnings that are being put in clear view. And I'm not saying ignore everything. What I'm saying is to be aware, be alert. There's always an operative behind it. They know exactly what they're doing, and they're trying to steal this election. It is clear that Hillary Clinton cannot beat Donald Trump, in a fair fight. There is absolutely no way. We know this. It's proven. Look at the arenas and things that Trump is able to pack out, bringing 40,000 thousands of people at a time, and Hillary being hardly able to pack out a high school gymnasium. Look at these things. Look at these signs. Don't ignore them. You have to be engaged in the things that are happening in your country. You need to wake up. Don't be sleeping right now. Now is not the time. Now, also the things that are being discussed, the stock markets and the bond markets selling off, even now as we're speaking, for 8 days now, the stock market's been selling off, the bond markets. And Greg Manorino, I was listening to today, he said that if we go even today, by the end of today, if it's another sell-off, that will be 9 consecutive days, which he says has not happened for over 40 years. Selling off of the stock market and the bond markets. As I reported yesterday, the militia movement, the 3% militia that is now gone mainstream, and warning that, hey, if Hillary Clinton gets in there, we know there's absolutely no way that she should have been able to make it into the White House and win this election. There's just no way. So they're saying, hey, we're going to take it to the White House. They're saying that they won't fire the first shot, but they're not accepting a Donald Trump defeat. It's not viable. It's not going to happen, they're saying. So we need to be aware. This is the real deal coming at you. That's what's going on right now. Another story that you should be paying attention to, a Navy SEAL, he got 1 year in jail for taking pictures of a classified training manual. And he is sentenced to 1 year. And now the question is, if this man that has served the country, a Navy SEAL, has risked his life for his country and just made an error in judgment in taking a picture, how many times have we, or you and I, have taken pictures of things at work and not thinking that all of a sudden we'd be facing a year in prison? But here this man who has served his country is actually getting 1 year in prison for taking pictures of a training manual. Now the question is, how come Hillary Clinton can have admittedly negligently used a classified email and passed on classified information in emails, and she doesn't get a lick of time in prison, but yet a soldier is facing 1 year of prison time? You need to be aware, be alert, be awake right now. It's going to get crazy. I've warned my people that I care the most about. Hey, look, put your stuff up, get your money out of the banks, at least for on a temporary basis. I'm not saying keep it out, but I think something nefarious is going to happen. I think they're going to try to steal this election one way or the other. And if they don't get their way, I believe that they're going to take this whole thing down. So you don't want your money to get caught up in the banks. Stock market people, I was talking to people today and yesterday, and how much money they're losing in the stock markets. I would say get your stuff out of there and be prepped, be prepared, have your survival stuff ready. You never know what might happen and what they might set off. But hey, I'm not going to belabor any longer. This is Courtney Scott with KnowledgeWell Media. Thank you for tuning in. You could be anywhere, but you chose to be here. Remember to keep God and find God in your day.